Hey, good morning. Pastor Steve here. If you would turn to a familiar verse, Micah 6, verse 8. He showed thee, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Now there's a tension here because there's no one righteous. No, not one. I remember a very fine old man who had this as his life guide, but he didn't know or want to hear about Jesus. He figured this was enough. In the course of our conversation, he mentioned how he was angry with his wife, had been for years because she wouldn't accept his son and was often mean to him, treated him poorly. I recall thinking about this through later on, and when I was asked to do his funeral, I brought out this verse. Then I said, but there's a problem, isn't there? We're frustrated in our attempts to be the person described here. We want to be merciful and just, but our nature intervenes. The Bible says that all have sinned and missed God's mark, and the end result is separation from God. Because that last part of the verse is very powerful. Here we are told to walk humbly with our God. This man, after all was said and done, gave me the reply to the last part of the verse that I needed. I heard him saying, in a sense, he had no mercy for his wife because of the way she treated his son. Philip Sandifer put that all into perspective in the song that he wrote. He says, well, I could talk for hours about his coming, but the louder that I speak, I just grow deaf against his call. And I could pray for years. I could bind my ails and fears, and even believe I have the answer to it all. But when it's all been said, when it's all been done, he'll ask me, did you go my way, child? Did you find my son? When it's all been said, when it's all been done, did you find your way within my son? He said, I could sing his praise, I can tithe my life away to build a church that stands much taller than the rest. Or I could speak a language that only few could understand, or write a book that tells the world my way is the best. But when it's all been said, and when it's all been done, he'll ask me, did you go my way, child? Did you know my son? And when it's all been said, and when it's all been done, he'll ask me, did you find your way within my son? And when the time arrives to leave behind our earthly lives, and go before the God that called our souls to be, will you answer, Lord, I knew you well. I walked your way. I lived a life that caused another man to see. Now you can spend your time turning tricks for all mankind, and you can base your life on meaningless reward. But a wiser man is he who knows himself eternally and sees his value not in life, but in the Lord. When it's all been said, and when it's all been done, he'll ask me, did you go my way, child? Did you know my son? And when it's all been said, and when it's all been done, he'll ask me, did you find your way within my son? You ponder that, Pastor Steve.